Welcome back. Home is supposed to be the safest place for you and your family, but what happens when it's not? From mold and rodents to peeling paint and sparking outlets, unsafe housing conditions can put kids and parents at serious risk. And right here in Bakersfield, we've even seen cases of toddlers exposed to lead just from living in a home with hidden dangers. Joining me today again is Miguel with CD Law to break down what renters should look out for and what you should do if your home isn't as safe as it should be. Hi, Miguel.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's great to have you back.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is, this is such a tough topic to talk about. I can't believe you deal with this every single day of your life for work, but what are some of the warning signs of an unsafe living condition that families might not be aware of?
There are several different things. You can have a rat infestation, brown water, a water heater that leaks, old paint, and that old paint can have lead. And right now we have a case here in Bakersfield where it's a family of 4 with 1 toddler that ended up having elevated blood tests that showed high lead. And this is because there's old paint that's chipping. These babies grab the paint chip and they put everything in their mouth. And so it's a really bad issue. But aside from the lead, this house, this unit had a lot of rats to the point where they were catching multiple rats per day in the traps. And so luckily they called code enforcement and they showed up. They condemned that unit. That's how bad it was. And the landlord didn't even offer to relocate them. So they had to find a place of their own, and it's a really sad story.
So if a family sees any of these issues, and it sounds like some of them may come off as less scary at first because they just look like cosmetic things, but they can lead to more dangerous things. So what should we do, before panic sets in? Should we be documenting it? Should we call code enforcement first thing? What's my step?
It's all about proof and evidence. And in any case, but especially these type of cases, it's about the proof that you have. And if you don't have photos and if you don't have videos, that's gonna really hurt your case. So we tell all the clients to make sure that they are documenting everything, videotaping, recording, photos, everything, and write their complaints to their landlord in writing, whether it's through text or email or a letter. If you're sending them a letter, make a copy of that letter, but you have to have these complaints in writing. The photos, videos, and the written complaints, they strengthen everybody's case. Because the first thing that these landlords do, or really slumlords, that's what they are, they end up denying that anything
They didn't tell me anything.
Nobody ever told me. Where are the complaints? And if you have these complaints as evidence in writing, it strengthens your case. After that, you have to call code enforcement, Kern County Public Health. They will go out there and they will verify these complaints. And what's great about that is the county is a neutral party. They're not taking one side or the other. So if there are some complaints and violations on record, it's great for your case.
Have you been seeing any patterns while you've been working here locally?
Yes, we've been seeing that the landlords are not updating their properties, and they are there to collect the rent. Every month they're there to collect the rent, but what they are not doing is that they are not paying attention to any complaints, and they're hoping that these people don't complain.
So if a tenant is living in these kinds of unsafe conditions right now and their complaints are going unheard, how do you step in to help?
Well, we evaluate everybody's case, and we, like I said, we make sure that there is enough evidence that we feel good going forward against these slumlords. And the first thing we do is we make sure that there's photos, that there's complaints, and that code enforcement has been called. And then a lot of these people don't even know some of the damage that they're entitled to.
Right.
They're entitled to monetary damages. They're entitled to medical, past and future medical damages, punitive damages, which are damages meant to punish these landlords. So there's a whole host of remedies for them.
So if somebody is watching right now and they're horribly living in one of these situations, how do they reach out?
There's several ways. Our office, 213-593-9095. Through the internet, cd-lawyers.com, and on the socials, CD Law Firm.
Well, thank you, Miguel, for coming in and always keeping us safe here.
Thank you, Kate. Appreciate it.
All right, with that, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.